So all the familiar faces and even some faces that I didn't see in a long time.
So what is happening this morning with this Nicki Minaj Trinidad Killer business?
Oh man, yeah, well let me explain that whole scenario this morning. In the fete, I was just compelled to sing the Good Spirit song. And as soon as I started singing the Good Spirit song, it started to resonate deep with me, especially when I said the line, don't fight me down, don't fight me down. The response from the audience was so overwhelming that I felt, the joy of the full-blown crew who've been writing these songs to me for so many years, and this song being that feeling of support for a young upcoming artist, and I just went into my feelings and I got overwhelmed by the fact that, with all the big links rhythm back and forth before, I didn't see anything and I kept it pent up inside. And honestly, it didn't come out the way it was supposed to come out. I really was trying to say, Nicki Minaj, tell Trinidad Killer stop fighting me down, because Nicki and I actually spoke about this one-on-one. Nicki reached out to me, she was very graceful, and she told me, she said, look Marshall, I didn't know all of this was going on when I started doing that, and we talk about it at length. And in no way I want Nicki to feel that I don't understand, respect and honor her. I really love Nicki Minaj. I look up to her as an artist, and let me make it absolutely clear, she has never done anything to fight me down, and and neither have I to her. We always show love and respect. We had a beautiful carnival 2023 with Shake the Place, and we all spent good time together. We had carnival 2 years before that in Trinidad again, and we were always cordial with each other. But in that moment, the emotions, I was so overwhelmed because Trinidad Killer did say some things, and it felt like a fight. And I explained it to Nicki. Nicki and I spoke, and I said, Nicki, the honest truth is at no point in time did I ever try to take down Trinidad Killer songs, or did I ever buy out the rhythm. I don't know where this argument come from that I buy out the rhythm. There's no way I would buy out a young group's rhythm. I am there to support them. And Nicki understood that, and she reached out to me and she said, Marshall, you know what? In her own words, she said, we all not perfect, but we are forgiving people, and she wanted me to forgive him. She made sure he apologized to me, so that's why I am apologizing, and I say forgive me, I'm not perfect too. In that moment I was a little hot, and I didn't want it to sound to Nicki or her fans that she was the one fighting me down, because I did feel like I get a little fight from Killer, and I want Killer to know, the truth is, it wasn't me. I didn't ever, I love Killer song, I sing it every night on stage. And the fact is, I always support Trinidad Killer from the start of his career. Synergy Soca Style was instrumental in that platform, blossoming him. And many times after that, look, Army Fete was there last, and I remember Killer on top of the speakers at Army Fete. I bring him on my stage more than 1 year to sing with me. I always support his music. So I felt a little hurt by the fight that I was getting at that time. The apology was sincere, and I told Nicki, I said, Nicki, I'm not vexed with him. I just wanted people to know the truth, because I was feeling the brunt of it. Everybody was saying Marshall tried to fight down the youths. Marshall will never fight down the youths. On Monday, we launching a Songbridge program to big up all the youths of this country, all the youths of the Caribbean, of the region. I just feel like, it was a misunderstanding, a mistake on my part, and I'm a big man, and I will say that, Nicki, I respect you, I love you. I did not try to jump out there and attack you, and I don't want none of your fans or you to feel that you have ever done anything to fight me. You did the opposite. You always lift me up, and same way as me, you know what I'm saying? This is a time now where we need to make that bridge with our music. Trinidadians, Trinbagonians, our music about to get big. Me, you, Trinidad Killer, let me come together and do something positive. If you're offended, if you're hurt, I'm sorry. I didn't say anything. You don't need to cuss me, because I get some words thrown at me by Trinidad Killer. I ain't cuss nobody. So let me just keep it love, Nicki. I love you, I respect you, and again, I apologize. Don't know. Trinidad Killer, I love you too. You don't know.
Yeah, I think he just know how to push people buttons so he gets some attention at times, and we shouldn't let it get to us.
That is what I said to Nicki. I said that is how Trinidad Killer does his thing. And at no point in time when everybody was blaming me and I didn't do any of those things, at no point in time did I jump out and curse anybody or fight down anybody or say anything. I really don't like conflict, especially among artists. I wanted to keep it calm and keep it. But in that moment, when you something pent